Hey followers, I'm making a video about the shoes that I run in and cross train in because I've been getting a ton of questions about recommendations for running shoes and so forth. So I'm going to talk about the particular shoes that I like. They may not work for everyone, but maybe it'll help somebody. Obviously, with running, shoes are very, very important. You want to be comfortable. Your best bet is to try and find a specialty store in your area. The closest one to my house is probably about 30-40 minutes away. It's called Fleet Feet Sports, and they actually take a look at your foot gait and or your strike, like wherever your foot hits whenever you walk. They had me walk back and forth a few times, and they examined where my foot landed, and they'll take a look at your foot to see the width and your arc and everything. And they may even have you run on a treadmill to see how your foot lands when you run and your posture and everything. Whenever I went, the treadmill was broken at the time, so they had me run back and forth outside. I didn't really care because, you know, I'm about to pay $100 for a pair of shoes. I'm going to test them out, you know. So like I said, your best bet is to probably find a specialty store if you want a proper fitting, because they'll size your shoes and everything. They'll make sure you like them, and then you'll go from there. But okay, well, I'm going to get my cross-training shoes out of the way because, I mean, while they're still important, they are not the most important in regards to running. I actually just got these a couple weeks ago. They are Nike Flex trainers. They were $60, I believe. They look kind of similar to the Nike Free Runs, except like the soles of the shoes are obviously different. They are very, very, very comfortable. They're flexible enough for different variations of cross training, strength training, and stuff like that. But I haven't worn them too many times yet, but so far I like them a lot. If you're going to get into trail running, which I recommend because it's a lot of fun and, you know, get out there and see nature and everything, Brooks Cascadias, they are a very popular shoe brand, and I know a lot of people that are serious runners that wear these shoes. This is actually the 5th model. There's 6 models out right now. This is my 2nd pair. These were $60. The new models are a little over $100. I particularly like this model. That's why I got them. But the bottoms of the shoes, the tread's very good. It's a very sturdy shoe, so I'm going to also use this whenever I go on a bike ride. Like I said, they're very good for trail running. The construction of the shoe is very sturdy. Like, it's not a shoe that's gonna fall apart. I mean, for the price, it better not. My 2nd pair, I actually had to get a bigger size. I usually wear 7.5 with shoes, but I had to upgrade to an 8 with all my running shoes because when you're running for a long time, your feet, as well as other muscles, are going to swell, like temporarily, and it's going to cause a lot of pain. So if you're going to buy running shoes, get a half size to a full size bigger than you normally wear on a day-to-day basis. I learned the hard way and had black and blue toenails as a result. It's not fun. It's very painful. But I guess that's the first sign that you're a true runner, a long distance runner, I don't know. I've had these shoes, the Saucony Kinvara shoes, for about 2 months? I don't know, something like that. But I love these shoes. These are probably my favorite out of the 3 pairs that I switch around. Yes, runners can never have too many shoes. First of all, I like the colors, you know, bright colors are always fun. But they're pretty flexible. They're a lightweight shoe. So if you're looking to transition from a basic running shoe to a minimalist running shoe, this is probably like crossover shoe, because while it's still pretty sturdy and like a thicker sole at the bottom, you still have that increased flexibility at the top of the shoe. Like you can, I don't know if you can see, but there's mesh under here, so there's really not too much to the shoe, but it's still it's still a very good shoe. It's not gonna like rip or anything. You may look at this shoe and say, oh well, these are gonna fall apart. They won't. But I actually bought these shoelaces separately. They're called lock laces. It just makes tying your shoes a lot quicker. Basically, you just replace your shoelaces with that, and that's all you have to do to tie your shoe, and you just tuck the extra lace in the front of the shoe, and that's all. Recently I bought, well, my mom bought New Balance Minimus shoes. They're a trail shoe. You can use them on the street too. Oh, by the way, the Kinvara shoes, I use these for speed work, and I usually wear those in my races. Okay, well, getting on with this shoe. Anyways, these were $100. The Kinvaras were $90. These are pretty much very close to running barefoot. I don't know if you've seen the shoes that have like the separation of the toes. It's the same brand, Vibram. But I thought these were more appealing to the eyes. I'm not really a huge fan of those look-wise. I mean, they're still neat, I guess, but these take some getting used to. Like, it says on, like, pretty much says on the box, you want to like be careful. You want to incorporate them into your running regimen pretty slowly. I didn't follow the rules, and I ran 18 miles on these the day that I got them, and I felt fine. I mean, don't take my word for it, because that may not work for everyone. You know, you want to be careful, because especially if you're a new runner. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter how long you've been running, but suffice to say that may not work for everybody. But I'm pretty sure I've broken these in by now. But I mean, there's enough protection on the bottom so you don't like hurt yourself on rocks and stuff, but you could still feel like everything. It's, like I said, it's really close to barefoot running, and I really love these shoes. These are meant to, these can be worn with or without socks. I particularly don't like wearing socks with them. They just feel weird with socks. Speaking of socks, if you don't know what kind of socks to buy ones that wick moisture away from your foot. I personally wear the socks that have the tabbed backs to prevent like chafing from your shoe to your ankle, because that can be very painful as well. For my longer runs, like 13, 18 miles, I wear these socks. They're pretty much, they're toe socks made for running. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that brand, but that's the brand of them. It prevents like blisters in between your toes and everything. But as far as shoes go, that's all I really have to say about them. Like I said, it's pretty much trial and error. You'll find out what you like and what you don't like rather quickly. I sure did. I mean, I've been through so many shoes since I started running, but I have a set 3 pairs of running shoes that I switch around. and 1 pair of cross-training shoes. You don't really need too many cross-training shoes, but keeps your runs interesting if you have different types of shoes. So, that's all. Good luck with your shoe finding.